Morning, friends. It's Heather at Bush Poppy Farm. Hope you are doing well. Yesterday, we got a lot done. We had a lot of energy. We got a lot done. Today, not so much energy. So we'll see how much we can actually accomplish today. Because we got so much done yesterday, I feel a little less stressed about what still needs to be done, so that's good. Also, can't spend a whole day out here because today is going to be the warmest day of the next 3 days. And I need to go in and check the nukes, the 2 splits that I made of my hives, to see what's going on in there. Are they making queen cups to make a new queen, or are there new eggs, meaning I transferred one of the queens into one of those, or both? So need to go in and check those 2. That'll be quick and easy because it's just 2 tiny nukes with 5 frames each, and I don't have to check the outside frames because those are honey and pollen and stuff, so it'll be quick. But then I also need to clean up all of the frames that had honey in them that I left out for the bees to clean off. That was the honey that was kind of contaminated with the apistan strips, so not good for human consumption, but great for bees. And they could also grab some of the wax that was on those frames as well to reuse in their own hives. So I wanted to leave out all those resources for them, but it's time to clean those up because we're going to have a pretty major storm come through for about 4 days, and that's a ton of rain. And if those frames sit and get super wet, the wood will rot and it'll get moldy and just disgusting, and then that's a waste of money. So I need to clean all that stuff up today. So first thing I'm going to do, Mike's joining me in a few minutes. First thing I'm going to do today is lay out the irrigation on the bed, the final bed that we finished yesterday. I was just too done at the end of yesterday. I was like, I'll just do this tomorrow. So I'm going to do that, and then I need to dig out the final few mums from the lower beds so that we can then go down there and start this whole process on those. Those beds are going to be mostly shaded for the next couple hours, and so I don't imagine it's going to be, I mean, it's not a hot day today anyway. It was 36 when we woke up this morning, so it's not hot. But it'll kind of be nice to be working in the shade, not so much squinting and having sun on your face. So, okay, I'm going to get started, and hopefully we can make some good progress today so that we don't have that much left for the next couple days. Well, that's all I was able to manage today. To do the beehives is really dependent on where the sun is and how long it's on the hive. So we had to get back to do that. But I was also getting really wiped out. So we were able to clear away all of the landscape fabric and the irrigation and all the staples and everything, and basically leave a bare plot. And then we've staked out where the first bed is and started excavating that. The soil is not hard per se, but it is damp, and because there's so much clay in it, it's heavy. So definitely easier than digging in September when the ground was like concrete. So, you know, I'll take it. So we're going to go back out tomorrow. Hopefully we can get that bed done. We only have enough wire right now for that one bed because the wire that I ordered is not going to be here, I think, maybe until Monday. So what we can do is get that bed, get the wire laid out in that bed, excavated, lay out the wire, and refill it with soil that we dug out, plus soil from the bed next to it, and then top it off with compost. And then that means that that bed next to it will be already excavated and ready for wire when it comes in. So the storm that is coming in is being delayed now. Looks like Monday will just be a cloudy day. Tuesday evening, I think the storm's supposed to come in, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's going to be pretty major storm. So that gives us an extra day. So that's good because I'm going to need it. So before I go, I just wanted to show you the tomatoes. They're looking awesome. I can't cover these at night anymore because the domes that I've been using to keep mice out the tomatoes are so tall now that if I put the dome on them, they get bent over and kind of squashed a little bit, and I don't want to damage them, break any stems. So we've only had a loss of one so far. And I think that was probably from just the soil was a little too wet and it rotted. But everything else is looking really good. Tomorrow, probably, I was going to fertilize today, but they were still a little too damp. I usually fertilize on Friday. So I'm going to wait till the soil dries out a bit more and then give them some more fertilizer, but they're looking great. Peppers are growing, but boy, are they slow. This is why I like to overwinter peppers. These guys will be fine. Some of them are finally starting to get their first true leaves. The cotyledons have been out for weeks. Yeah, I mean, I sowed these in January, so it's kind of crazy. But that's peppers for you. And my greenhouse, I have the heater set to keep it at 60 degrees in here overnight. So that's fine for all these plants. But the peppers are like, yeah, it's a little too cold. So, you know, they're going to take a while. Eventually, they'll get big enough and we can pot them up and start planting out. The other thing that I did was I pulled out a selection of things that are going to go out to the farm to go in the beds we've already done. This is Starflower, really cool variety of Scabiosa. This is Daucus, I think it's Chocolate Kisses, I think. There's Sweet Annie right here, which I know just by smelling, it's amazing. I wish I could share that with you. And then this is Amimagus White Dill and Amimagus, I think, Queen of Africa. So all greenery plants, except for these. They do flower and they have really cool flowers. So I will put, I'll transplant some of these. They were hardening off today out in the sun. And I also put out the entire tray of stock to start hardening off. So probably Sunday, I'll go ahead and transplant these guys out. They'll be fine with the wind and stuff and the rain because they'll have sat outside in the sun. It's been very windy today. So they've gotten good wind and testing their stems. And then I did some reorganization in here to kind of get everything in one place that makes sense, you know, keeping all the veggies in one tray, all that kind of stuff. So still lots and lots of seedlings that need to go out. I'm very happy with this tray of basil. I've had a rough time with basil over the last couple years, but the germination here is great. I'm hoping that they'll actually grow well for me. Zinnias and Rudbeckia, and then these are where I took some of the ones that I just showed you from. These are going to stay a little longer. This is Celosia and Cynoglossum and Scabiosa. So these are waiting, not going to go out yet. But then I reorganized and all the marigolds are, all the 6-pack ones are here. This is all flowers, this whole tray, which is nice to have organization. This is all vegetables. Looking a little rough with this lettuce because it wilted in the sun. This particular cell got dry, but there's cabbage and stuff in here that all needs to go out. So yeah, this is why you harden off. See, they were out in the sun all day. I just watered them again. They're going to be fine. They'll perk back up, but this is why it's important to harden off so that you don't just take it from an enclosed greenhouse space or an enclosed indoor space to outside. That's a lot of transplant shock. So, and then this is part flowers, part vegetables. I've got some tomatoes in the back there that need to be bumped up, and okra. And then down here are marigolds that we started that not all of them germinated, but that's okay. There's a lot of them in here. These are the big fancy ones, the big giant ball shaped marigolds. This is Kilimanjaro white. We've got orange Hawaii and Nacento lime and cocoa deep orange. So that's plenty. Those will go out to the farm at some point, but definitely too small now. And then of course more cucurbits, squashes and stuff. So things are looking really good in the greenhouse. I'm happy. I'm not giving up on covering things at night. Like I said, I have seen no mouse activity, knock on wood. But that doesn't mean that it's not out here or won't be out here. So it's really, really important for me not to let my guard down. So I want to keep all of these seedlings looking great until they're ready to go out in the field. Okay, that's gonna be it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful time in your garden, and we'll see you out at the farm again tomorrow. Bye.